Hello, my name is Lisa, and I work with Silver Age, and I'm here to show you how to complete the Care and Staffing tab of the provider portal. We've given you a head start and pulled some information from the DSHS site, so if information is already populated, please be sure to review and update that as necessary. The first section you'll see are deficiencies. If you have any deficiencies that are listed on the DSHS site, we've listed them here. For example, there's an inspection for this home. By law, we are required to share this information with families. If you have any deficiencies, we've included a notes box here to indicate more about the situation. So we'd like to understand how it was resolved, any comments you have, so that we have the appropriate background information and can talk to you about it before we talk with families. Underneath, you'll find the DSHS license specialties pulled from the DSHS site. Just make sure that that's accurate. To the right, you'll see the genders accepted. Please go ahead and choose male, female, or both. And then underneath that is the activities section. And we really appreciate understanding how you engage in your residents in meaningful daily activities. So this can include organized planned events like music, crafts, or outings, but it can also include simple everyday moments like helping fold laundry, setting the table, or watering plants. These small touches can often make the biggest difference in a resident's sense of purpose and connection. So the more specific your examples, the better. We'd love to have stories about the activities in your home. This is also a great opportunity if you have pets or children in the home. We'd love to learn about that as well. When thinking about residents and their interests and activities, for example, if you have a client who has a love for music and you have a musician come to your home once a week and a piano available, maybe that your home would be a good fit. Or if you have garden beds and residents can assist with gardening, somebody who loves gardening may really appreciate your home. So really understanding the activities, whether it's planned or simple tasks throughout the day that residents can engage in, whether you have pets in the home or children that they can interact with, that's all very valuable information. Underneath that, you'll find our care section. In the care section, please select which items you are able to support. For example, Hoyer lift. You can click the button and it will turn green if that's something you accept. If it's not something you accept, you don't need to click the button and it will be gray. So we have a variety of things that we often query, such as Hoyer lift, nighttime care, tube feeding, etc. So you can take a look at that and check the ones that you are able to support. We also like to understand what diagnoses or care needs or behaviors you are unwilling or unable to support in your home. And if you can't do something, that is totally fine. We know each adult family home has their own area of focus and limitations. So we'd love you to be honest and specific so we can really help identify residents who are a good fit for your home. So that information will go here. Below that, you'll see some personal services, and the next is food preparation. You know, meals are a really important time for a family, so we'd like to understand more about your meals and food preparation. Do you have favorite meals you like to cook or have available in your home? Are you able to provide altered textured foods like pureed foods? Tell us about who prepares the meals. Do you have a caregiver who has a passion for cooking and is creating, a certain favorite dish? Do you provide special meals for holidays and such? Anything about the food preparation and the dining experience we would love to have here. Next is transferring. And this information may be pulled from the DSHS site, so please take a look and make sure it's accurate. Are you able to provide two-person assists, use a Hoyer lift? How do you support transferring? Below that, you'll have your staffing information, and we'd like to understand in the dropdown if you're fully staffed or if you're in the process of hiring. Either one is fine. We just want to understand where you are in the process. Underneath, we'd like to understand more about your staffing and oversight. So is the owner on site? Do they live on site or how often do they visit? Do you have awake night staff? What are the credentials of your current staff? Are they HCAs, CNAs? Do you have an RN or an LPN? What are the credentials of those supporting your residents? All of this information is helpful to understand for families so that we can understand that the support and presence in your home. Next is languages. We would like to understand the languages that are spoken in the home by the staff and residents. And this really helps us evaluate cultural and communication fit for our families. So if we have a certain resident that speaks a certain language, if you happen to have a resident in the home that also speaks that language or a caregiver that does, that would be helpful for us to know. Next, you'll find skilled nursing capabilities. Here, we'd like you to list whatever skilled nursing capabilities you have available, if any. That could be something like wound care, catheter care, injections, along those lines. And then finally, we have medication services, and this information may be pulled from the DSHS site. Please be sure to review that information and share about the medication services that you are able to provide. And then finally, at the bottom of the page, you will go ahead and click Save, the screen save button. As always, when you're completing information in the provider portal, at the very top of the screen, there is a Contact Us button. So if you ever have questions, you can go ahead and reach out to us. Thank you very much. We appreciate you taking the time to complete our portal. That is it for the care and staffing page. Thank you so much.